Alright squad, I think we need to talk, because in my last video I called SpeedyB anti-consumer, and I got this comment calling me out for doing it. And what some of you may not realise and may not understand, you may be new to the hobby, you may not understand the background of what's happened with SpeedyB in the past few months. So on the face of it, me calling them anti-consumer 3 times in a video for another company may seem a little bit harsh. And I was going to reply to the comment and just say, you know, obviously you don't know what's happened in the past, this is what's happened. But I figured there's going to be new pilots all the time coming into the hobby, and I think we need to tell the story. So today I want to do it properly. No rage bait, no dogpiling, just facts, context, and my honest position on what is happening with SpeedyB. And why, based on all of that, and the fact that this still remains one of my favourite drones of 2025, I still don't recommend SpeedyB. Let me explain. So when I say SpeedyB are anti-consumer, I'm not talking about prices, I'm not talking about innovation, I'm not even talking about how good the SpeedyB products are when they work. What I'm talking about is when things go wrong, or before it even goes wrong, when a customer reaches out to speak to SpeedyB, what actually happens? See, over the past few months, there's been multiple reports of customers reaching out to SpeedyB asking for very basic information, maybe even an STL file for specifically this or whatever. And SpeedyB's response is very clear. We do not sell outside of China, therefore we are not going to reply to your email. Not even for whatever reason, we can't help you because of logistics and this, that and the other, but here's a knowledge base article, here's a video, here's something. The customer is literally told, if you're not in China, we're not going to respond to you. Now, I've seen emails on my Discord specifically about this. I've seen emails in the flight club that I go to. We've got a WhatsApp group specifically saying exactly the same thing when I think the guy asked for an STL file and was told exactly the same thing. And I've seen it on Reddit. Drone Camps has covered it. It's been everywhere. But it is also really easy to miss. Because the thing is, if you're happy to take people's money globally, be it through resellers or however, but you won't assist them when they're asking for even the most basic of help, I'm talking about people asking for very simple things, not even returns or anything like that, then you are, by the very definition of the phrase, anti-consumer. Support is part of the product at the end of the day. Now, I'm going to put my cards on the table. I've got multiple SpeedyB products. I've got a mess of a room, like the B25 here, as demonstrated by my beautiful hands on this stunning day. But the point is, it works. However, whenever I put up a video about SpeedyB, what I tend to get is a slew of comments from people telling me the hardware's trash, my ESC smoked, my flight controller died after just a couple of flights. But it always leads back to one thing. I've had no reply from SpeedyB. And that doesn't automatically mean that the hardware is bad, because like I say, I've got the B25, I've got the Master 3X, I've got the Mario Mini 25, and I've got plenty of SpeedyB flight controllers back there. And the point is, I've never had an issue with them. Now, am I just really, really lucky, or is everybody else unlucky? A customer who has a complaint will always be 10 times louder than a customer that doesn't have a complaint. However, there is a pattern. The pattern is, people say that there is an issue with the hardware and that SpeedyB will not offer them any help at all. And to me, support matters more than specs, because the thing that people miss quite often is it's FPV. We put our equipment, our components through unbelievable levels of stress, and things are going to fail. I said to Only Drones when he first started flying, if you intend to get into this hobby and never break anything, get out of the hobby right now, because you're in the wrong hobby. You are going to break things. You are going to lose things. Video here for where I've just lost a brand new drone on the day of release with an 04 Pro. I digress. But it's going to happen. It's just part of the hobby. And what separates a good brand from a bad brand isn't one that has zero hardware failures, because in all of my time flying FPV, I'm told that Tattoo have the best batteries. In my experience, they have not the best batteries. I'm told this flight controller is the very best you can buy, and it's all right, but it's not any better than the budget one that I fly, so on and so forth. What separates a good brand from a bad brand is how they deal with problems when problems arise. And the thing is, if you're brand new to FPV, you may not know how to diagnose something, how to solder something, or even how to set up a UART, or even what the hell a UART is. And if the company won't even reply to your email, that's a problem. Now, if you are brand new to the hobby and you are struggling with those things, join my Discord, link in the description down below, because we'll help you. But the point is, it shouldn't be like that. And SpeedyBee's recent history shows you that certainly at the time of making this video, and it's really important that I say that because things do change. The reason why we make videos like this is to pressure these companies in order to change their ways. So whilst I'm making this video today at the very start of 2026, by the middle of 2026, SpeedyBee may have changed their complete working practices and be offering the best customer service in FPV. But this video tells us as of today, at the start of 2026, it's a problem. And I do just want to clear something up. This has got a modular camera system on it, and everybody seems to think SpeedyBee innovated this modular camera system. They didn't. They wasn't the first. They just copied Clover systems, and they've packaged it nicely, and they've made a good job of it. But let's not rewrite history here now. Come on. I mentioned earlier on how much I rate the Mario Mini 25, and I genuinely mean that. I think it's one of the best drones to come out of 2025 in the class that it's in. Do I recommend it? Yes and no. It flies great, it's well tuned, and it's confidence inspiring. Ignore the mud on mine. But, and this is a really big but, I would only recommend it if you're confident in repairing your own gear. And by confident in repairing your own gear, I mean tuning, programming, potentially replacing the whole frame, potentially replacing a flight controller, potentially replacing the whole motors, because you're going to get nothing from SpeedyBee if you have a problem, even if it's not your fault. But if you can do that, you'll love this. This is brilliant. This is really, really good. And I wish I could recommend it higher than I did, but SpeedyBee just, they've got such an amazing product here. And I quite often get asked, should I have this or should I have the Pavo 20 Pro? Because they're both 3S. One's got ducks. You can get ducks for this as well. As a newbie coming into the hobby. And the difficulty is, I would probably say this if SpeedyBee weren't so anti-consumer. But as a newbie, you're going to need that help. And if you're not getting that help, I can't, in all good faith, recommend it. So no, this isn't a hate video. This isn't me proving somebody's left a comment and I'm coming out here doing a dog pile or a pylon or whatever, or a rage bait video to prove my own point. That's not what I'm doing. This isn't drama. This is about accountability and honesty. My job isn't to protect brands. My job is to protect you, the people out there watching these videos and spending your hard-earned money in this hobby. If SpeedyBee decide to improve the customer service, I'll say so. But if they don't, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. As always, drop your experiences in the comments down below. If you completely disagree with everything I've said, that's absolutely fine. Let's have a chat about it in the comments down below. Because it may be that they've improved without actually saying anything, and actually I'm being a little bit unfair to them. But if I'm not, let me know as well, because we need to keep everybody informed and updated of what's going on in the community. As always, you've been absolutely amazing. Thanks so much for watching, and until next time, peace. YouTube and I have had a chat, and we believe that this is the video that you'll like the most, so watch it and let me know if they're right.